this rotunda. Nobody out in the hallway. Come on, Decca. Nobody on the wall. Get in here. Get in here. Fill up this middle space. I want to see all your smiling faces. Hey, Shea Butter. Hey, everybody. We done took over these people in Low Capital. Look at us. We done took over their little Low Capital. Baby, yes, it is Black History Month, and Black people are in the Capitol for Black Entrepreneurs Day. It is our birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Oh, thank y'all so much. Now, this is the third annual Black Entrepreneurs Day at the Minnesota State Capitol. And we didn't come here for no foolishness. We didn't come here to do no shucking and jiving. We came here to get what's ours. Those forgivable loans that they give our white counterparts, those grants, those resources, that infrastructure that we don't know about until we read about it in the newspaper the next day after they've already given the money away, that ends today, okay? Now, we got some business to take care of. We didn't come in here just to rally and hear from a bunch of legislators. We're gonna go sit in their offices that our tax dollars pay for, cross our legs, and give them a little bit of Janet Jackson. What have you done for me lately, okay? Now, for those of you who don't know, my name is Shaletta Brundage, and I am the proud owner of ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com, a podcast network and promotions company that celebrates Black culture, which is why we are here celebrating Black business owners, okay? Now, this event started 3 years ago, and we were about 8 people up in here, okay? We came a long way. And the only reason that we had legislators and people to speak with you is because of an amazing lady, someone who is no longer here with us, former Senate Majority Leader Carrie Dietzig. And so y'all know anytime I do Black Entrepreneurs Day, I always wear a fly jacket, right? So I am honoring her with my jacket. I just want to show it off. Hold on. And in order to honor her, I wanted to bring up 2 of her colleagues, Senators Judy Seeberger and Senator Claire. Can y'all come on up? Let's give these ladies a round of applause.
No, I guess we're good. You know what? I will take it. Welcome all to Black Entrepreneurs Day at the Capitol. I'm so excited to see all of you here. My name's Claire Umuverbaten. I have the honor of representing District 66 in the Minnesota Senate. That includes Lauderdale, Falcon Heights, Roseville, and St. Paul. And it feels fitting that we're starting off Black History Month here at one of my favorite events of the year. I also want to highlight that we have members of our Senate Posse Caucus here celebrating this day. When I decided to run for office in 2022, no Black woman had ever served in the Minnesota Senate. That was 164 years of Minnesota statehood without a Black woman representing our needs in the Senate. We knew it was time for a change, and in 2022 we made history when I was elected alongside my sisters, Senator Zaina Muhammad and Senator Erin May Quaid, and now there are 3 of us serving in that body. Coincidentally, my first year at the Capitol, 2023, was the first year Shaletta hosted the Black Entrepreneurs Day at the Capitol. And it's just been amazing to see the difference that our representation makes here in the Senate. Now, I want you all to know that you have advocates, very strong advocates at the Capitol, not just on this day, not on Black Entrepreneurs Day, and not only during Black History Month, but every single day. one of the strongest advocates was our former Senate Majority Leader, Carrie Dietzick. And Shaletta asked me just to share a few words about Carrie and what she meant to me. She was a mentor, she was a great leader. She loved this day because she loved learning about your businesses and your concerns and your needs. She was a true public servant, and she wasn't about amplifying herself. She was really about amplifying the voices of others. She believed in amplifying the voices of Black entrepreneurs at the Capitol. So we are here today to celebrate your hard work and learn how we can make Minnesota a better place for all business owners. I look forward to meeting all of you. Don't be shy. Please come talk to me. Come talk to my colleagues. We are here for you today, and I want to thank you so much for being here, and thanks, Shaletta, for organizing.
I'm Senator Judy Seeberger. I represent District 41, which is on the east side of the metro, and Ms. Shaletta is one of my constituents, and I'm very proud to be able to say that. I've been involved in assisting and supporting Ms. Shaletta since the first Black Entrepreneur Day, and I am proud to stand up here and support her and all of you who have shown up for this wonderful event. My office is 2109 in the Minnesota Senate building. Please come and talk to me. Ask me how I can support you. I will ask how I can support you as well. Ms. Shaletta asked me to speak today to help honor our late, great Senator Carrie Dietzick, and I was proud to do that. She gifted me with this jacket. This is the jacket Ms. Shaletta wore to Senator Dietzick's memorial service, and she bestowed me with the honor of giving it to me, and I will treasure it, and I will hold it in a place of honor to memorialize Senator Dietzick and what she meant to getting this event started. I hope Ms. Shaletta talks to you about what she did to get Governor Tim Walz here to talk on the first Black Entrepreneur Day. I hope she tells you that. I am here to continue the work to support the Black entrepreneurs in the state of Minnesota, and in fact, anything that Ms. Shaletta wants to do, she can count me as an enthusiastic supporter and a faithful ally, and I make that same invitation to all of you here today as well. 2109, that's my office building, and I will continue to work in the spirit of Carrie Dietzick, which is the spirit of working together by partisanship, lifting each other up, supporting ideas, and standing up for people when maybe they feel like they don't have a voice. So that's what I'm gonna do. That's what you can count on me to do. Welcome to the Capitol. Have a great day here today, everybody. Thank you.
Let's give those ladies a round of applause. Now, I have to tell y'all a little story. Y'all know I'm a storyteller, right? The first time we had this event, they didn't know if we were coming in with light and love or we were coming to torch the place, because they had not had Black business owners at the Capitol like this, because we don't have a lobbying agency to represent us. And so today we represent ourselves and we advocate for ourselves. And so Senator Carrie Dietzick, I'm not in her district, but when she was alive, she represented Minnesota, not just the people in her district. So she heard about what I was doing. I told her we didn't have any people here, to speak to us, no legislators, because they were scared. And I would have been scared too, because, we didn't look happy because they had $17 billion and we weren't getting none of it, so we were not happy, okay? And so she made an appointment with Governor Tim Walz at the same time as my event. And when she went to Governor Tim Walz's office, she said, hey, I know we got this appointment on the books, but let's go over here and check out Shaletta's thing. What he didn't know was her intention the whole time was to come over here and have him speak. That's the kind of chick she was, and that's why we honored her today. Now, I was at Tim Walz's house for Christmas, and I had a little too much to drink before I got there because he was serving mocktails and I needed a cocktail. And so Scout was barking at me, I don't know why, and I dropped the plate on the floor. And so I kicked the plate under a table, and then I was trying to act like it wasn't me. But Scout started barking, and he snitched on me. So I really am not talking to Scout right now. But Tim Walz, this is the kind of man he is. He swept up the plate. He swept up the food and he laughed it off. Even I had messed up his good Christmas dishes. So now he doesn't have a 10-piece set. He has a 9-piece set. And he is still speaking today at Black Entrepreneurs Day at the Capitol. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you down with GOV? Yeah, you know me. Welcome, Tim Walz.
Well, good morning, everybody. If this day wasn't special enough, it's Shaletta's birthday, so well, welcome to the People's House. It's great to have you all here. Shaletta, thank you for your energy on so many fronts. Thank you for making Minnesota better every single day. And to our entrepreneurs who are here, thank you for choosing Minnesota. I oftentimes talk about I want Minnesota to be the best place in the country to raise a family. Foundational to that is needing to be the best place in the country to start a business and to be able to give people a good job and to be able to make sure that our children see the opportunities that lay in front in each and every one of them. And so I just have to say, as we're talking about Kerry Dietzick, as we're talking about the incredible senators who are here and the members of the Minnesota House, I remind you, she was part of that leadership team along with Melissa Hortman, who were able to pass the Promise Act, who were able to pass the Emerging Entrepreneur Act, who were able to pass the Expanding Opportunity Fund, who put money into the Black Chamber of Commerce. And look, I'm just gonna name it for what it is. That's not DEI, that's good business, people. That makes sense. And we in Minnesota, I refuse to erase our shared history for short-term political talking points. The fact of the matter is, we can do better. The fact of the matter is, there were and are systemic barriers to success for Black communities, and that is simply factual. That is not anything other than factual. Now, the goal should be for each and every one of this. We might not have been there when they were put in place, but we're here now to do something about it. We're here now to improve people's lives. And this idea of opening up opportunities, opening access to capital, opening up access to home ownership that creates generational wealth that allows our children to make choices of their own, not those that were made for them. That's what this is all about. That should be an absolutely shared value. That should be an absolutely shared value. And the fact of the matter is, just out of simple demographics, 70% of our workforce in the next 25 years is going to come from communities colored predominantly a Black community. It makes sense to us to have the best educated, best resourced community we can possibly have to grow the economy across Minnesota for each and every one of us. Shaletta understands that. You that are being here today understand that. That's why we brought folks here. That's why these funds and these laws are meant to make sure that you are able to reach your dream, to see the dream that you want to achieve, and to make sure that opportunity is there. You've got no guarantee of success, but you should have a guarantee of a level playing field to get through the door. You should have that. So I thank all of you for being here. I thank you for the recognition that Minnesota is a place where we can grow those dreams. We will continue to work together, and we need to continue to see the leadership that's here amongst each and every of you, standing up, coming out, making the case, and talking to people up here about how do we make Minnesota that truly great place for all of us. So thank you. I wish you all the best, and happy birthday, my friend. I get to do it, don't I?
Yeah, I'm sorry about breaking your plates and stuff.
That is a true story, by the way, too, so I'm just telling you so. Now it's my pleasure to introduce someone who worked through the House to do this, is a voice and a leader to make sure that these programs are implemented fairly across, our Lieutenant Governor, Peggy Flanagan.
Can I pick this up?
Yes, tell everybody we won an Emmy for Black Entrepreneurs.
That is like the first and last time I will ever hold one of those. Very exciting. Well, bonjour, everybody. Peggy Flanagan, Indigenous Cause, Gijue Wadamakwe, and to go, Guabagag, and Ikagnan Dunjaba, may I get a new name. My American name is Peggy Flanagan. My native name is Speaks in a Loud and Clear Voice Woman. I'm a member of the, you can laugh, I get it, yeah. And I'm a member of the White Earth Nation. My family's the Wolf Clan, and the role of our clan is to ensure that we're not leaving anyone behind, which is what Shaletta does every single day. So you heard from the governor as he named that we need to know our history. We need to know who we are and where we come from because that is powerful. And so being here today for Black Entrepreneurs Day at the Capitol is a very powerful thing because we are literally making Black history today. And when we're investing in our communities and we are giving dollars to entrepreneurs to grow their dreams, that is good for our entire state and for our entire country. And we have committed to that work. We have done that work in partnership together, and we have got more work to do. And so as you are here and you are having your conversations with your elected officials and you are also inviting them in to your businesses to see what is happening in real time, tell your story. And if you're a little freaked out about some of these conversations, I want you to just be real, like everybody who works here is a real person. But you have lived experience and expertise that must be shared with decision makers in this building and in community because you are experts in your own lives and we need to hear it. And so the last thing that I will say is that we have to be lifting each other up in this moment. I know that as a Native woman, as a Native Minnesotan, that my destiny is absolutely intimately tied with yours. And so if the Black community is doing well, the Native community is doing well, the white community is doing well, the entire state is doing well, and we cannot allow ourselves in this moment to be divided. There are real conversations about who is in and who is out, who is worthy of investment and who is not. And we as Minnesotans will reject that and say, we are in this together. I've got you and you've got me. And that is what today is all about. And I would be remiss if I wasn't very clear that celebrating Black entrepreneurs also means doing that with the biggest earrings that I could find by one of my favorite local Black women's business owners, Chosen and Free. So I gotta lift that up. But Ms. Shaletta, thank you. Thank you for your dedication. Thank you for reminding us of why we do this work. Thank you for not being afraid to push back. That's right. And telling the truth about investing in Black entrepreneurs and not shying away from it in this moment, but leaning in hard. That is what we need to do. It is needed and necessary. You inspire me every day, and I am sorry that I did not wear a denim jacket. I forgot, but next time. But thank you. Let's give this amazing woman a round of applause. Thank you for the work that you do. Happy birthday.
Peggy Flanagan, yes! You know, let me just tell y'all something. I could come in here and go to Governor Walz's office. I could come in here and go to Peggy Flanagan's office and ask for what I need for my business. But what about the rest of y'all? What about the other 400 or 500 business owners behind me? That's what today is all about, for y'all to come through the door. I'm opening the door for each and every one of you to go sit in their offices and ask for what you need for your business to grow and thrive and be successful. I see too many of us in here with our kids. Vanessa Drew is in here with her daughter. Dr. Quentin Lester is here with his daughters. You're here with your daughter. These kids are seeing us become entrepreneurs. entrepreneurs working together. There's enough money in this room for us to support each other and be successful. This is what today is all about, giving us and our children some hope. Now, when I talk about hope, this next brother right here, Lord have mercy, I love him. He gonna be my future ex-husband, I'm telling you right now. Where's Keith Ellison? He gonna need that law degree. So when we get divorced, I won't take all this stuff. Too many of us as black business owners deal with scams. We deal with people who call us and tell us they have something for us, or they have an opportunity for us, or a grant or a resource, and it turns out they took our information and now we got a light bill in our name somewhere across town. That's what Keith Ellison's office is all about, helping to make sure people treat us fairly and they don't take advantage of us, because a lot of us are first generation business owners. So we can't call our mama and ask her about how to do business taxes. Keith Ellison's office is here for us. So when you call him, you let him know Shaletta said to call him Brother Keith. Y'all welcome Brother Keith to the stage.
You know, friends, it was 1964. Can I tell you all a little story that's important? It was 64, and in the state of New York, city of Rochester, there was what we used to call riots, but now we call civil unrest. There was a tragic shooting incident between police, community, and people. They got out into the street, and quite honestly, it was one of those 60 events that was very tough. Where they happened was literally blocks from a company called Xerox. Y'all remember Xerox? We used to go make a Xerox. We don't do that much anymore, but it used to be a thing, right? For all you young people. When the city settled down and people said, well, how can we make sure this doesn't happen again? Xerox was asked, well, how many African Americans do you employ? They said, well, we got about thousands of employees, but we do have six. Xerox said, you know what? We're gonna start a program for hiring people. We're gonna help people get their GEDs on the job. We're going to create an employee supplier program where we're gonna get some entrepreneurs some opportunity. And they really did come up with what is a phenomenal program. Now this happened in '64. The first employee resource group, ERGs, y'all heard of them? Was 1970, Xerox. It didn't happen as a marketing tool. It didn't happen because somebody thought it would be nice to do. It happened because enlightened business leadership understood they had not only neglected a community of consumers and workers and entrepreneur suppliers, they not only neglected them, but they also were walking past a potential business partnership and great employees. They were doing both. They were both neglecting and missing opportunity, and they did something about it. Now, ERGs, minority suppliers, diversity, disadvantaged business, y'all know all the alphabet soup, right? But this didn't come out of marketing. It certainly was not racism against white people. That's one thing it was not. And it is not today. So when someone says that wildfires in Los Angeles and plane crashes are because of DEI, this is a lie. This is a lie. And we've got to make the case for DEI, friends. We've got to say that we are better as a society when everybody gets to participate. I'm telling you, I don't care what color you are. I don't care what background you come from. If somebody has a cure to cancer, you're going to try to get it. And nobody says, well, wait a minute, is the person white? Are they black? I only want to be cured if the person meets my racial qualifications. That's not a thing. We need each other, y'all. And we've got to stand against these people who want to divide us. It is okay. It is okay for a business to reach out to another business and say, can I do business with you because I'm trying to reach a certain market? And I think you can help me do that. It's okay if they say, you know what, we gotta make sure this, we give everybody a chance, and we're gonna interview widely, not just, who you know. We gotta make sure that our country lives up to the promise of liberty and justice for, not liberty and justice for just some. I am telling you that it is illegal to say you can't have an opportunity because of your race, whether you're white, black, or whatever it is. That is not what DEI is. It's certainly not what our supplier chain programs are. It's not what our employment programs are. It's not what these things are. These are trying to solve past injustices, which no honest person can deny. And everybody is better off because we have an inclusive America. And so I am glad today that you're here, gathered in the people's house, raising your voices. And when you go talk to these legislators, you go tell them your story. And you tell them what you need to make your business more successful. And you tell them that the presence of your business isn't a threat to anybody else's business. In fact, it's a blessing. And what you're gonna bring to the table is gonna make everybody a better off. So I'm telling you, there have been times in our country when we've made great social progress. Then there's been backlash. Well, then there needs to be more progress. And that's the moment we are in right now. May God bless you all. Stand up, fight back, organize, and build your business because it's your dream and it's ours too. Thank you all very much.
I have to tell y'all, when I heard that there was gonna be a stalemate and our Democratic House representatives were not gonna be here, oh Lord, I got my Lenny Williams on. I cried. The tears filled up in the wells. I got sad, y'all. White people are like, who is Lenny Williams? Say, Siri, play Lenny Williams. Turn to your black neighbor. Because what that meant for y'all today is that your representative was not gonna be here. Your representative that I promised you that you would get to see and talk to is not available. And I know some of you, Latunji and others, who closed down your shop. You drove from Rochester and St. Cloud to be here to talk to your representative, and I didn't want you to come in here and say, Shaletta, you lied. Our person is not here. They talking about calling on the Zoom. I done shut down my shop. Y'all ain't gonna make me no lie today. So, baby, I called Washington, D.C., and I called Representative Betty McCollum. And let me tell you about Representative Betty McCollum. She got on a whole airplane and came down here to talk to us for Black Entrepreneurs Day at the state capitol. Baby! Y'all better help me welcome Miss Betty.
Well, you've been said happy birthday to a lot, but not as many times as I have. But we do wish you a very, very happy birthday and a happy birthday year. So, what are we celebrating this month besides Valentine's Day? Black History Month. And what a fabulous kickoff for me to put in my newsletter about being here and helping you all do that. For those of you who don't know, I'm double hitting. I used to serve in that chamber over there, and it used to say, State Representative Betty McCollum, Ramsey County. So I talked to the folks who aren't here for very sad reasons, and they send their love. So I did my job as a former state representative, but I'm here as a member of the U.S. Congress to say, we are here to celebrate you and to celebrate diversity. Now, Lieutenant Governor Flanagan gave a shout out to Minneapolis. I live in the Rondo community. And she's coming back and I'm taking her shopping for lipstick and some other stuff. So I'm here to celebrate you, but to say we still have a journey to go. And my twin brother, when we served in Congress from Minneapolis, Mr. Ellison was talking about that. I worked at Sears and Roebuck, and I'm a former social studies teacher. And so there's a couple of things I take to heart. And that is, you have to know where you've been to know where you want to go and what opportunities you want to create for the future. So we have a history of discriminating against housing, redlining. We have a history of denying credit. Saw it a little bit in firsthand. We have a history of saying, oh, we can do separate but equal. As a teacher, we failed generation upon generation on that. So when we talk about lifting the boat up, everybody needs to be in with their oars in the water, and we all need to be pulling together now more than ever. So I'm going to go back to Washington, and I'm going to make sure that web pages stay up, loans and grants are fulfilled, and that everything that happens in Washington is done legally and constitutionally. But no one does this job alone. And that's why you're here. So I need to hear your stories. I need to hear your frustrations. I need to hear your successes. I need to hear your hopes, your dreams, your opportunities, and what we can do for you into the future. So I am very excited to kick off Black History Month here. But we need to realize that we have brothers and sisters that come in all different shades, hues, religions, backgrounds, languages. It is what makes the tapestry of this country so rich. But we have to make sure that that tapestry stays strong and we don't let anybody pull it apart. So Shaletta, I was kind of told that, you know, you're introducing people, I'm introducing people. So I'm just going to say something. My congressional brothers were here, Governor Walz and, you know, Mr. Ellison. But now Minnesota's very special because we have a majority of women serving. And we have diversity in that. And so my newest congressional sister is going to come up, and you get to know her really well. You can call my office with, you know, questions on IRS, Social Security payments, anything you want. But the person, she's going to tell you what she's up to. She got herself on a committee that you're going to want to be working with all the time. Representative Congresswoman Kelly Morrison. She's the one you want to know.
You took my line, Shaletta. Good morning, everyone, and I just want to say happy birthday, Shaletta. Yesterday was my birthday, so we're almost birthday sisters, and I love an excuse to keep celebrating, so happy birthday. Only you could pull this amazing day off. I'm so excited and honored to be here with you. My name's Kelly Morrison, and I'm the newly elected Congresswoman for Minnesota's 3rd District. It is such an honor to be here with all of you for Black Entrepreneurs Day and Happy Black History Month. Thank you, Shaletta, for your vision, for your advocacy, and your tireless efforts, I think we can all agree, in organizing this incredible event. And thanks so much to each and every one of you for coming out today. As business owners, I know there is certainly no shortage of work to be done, and your time is precious. But this event is so important, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity to get to be here with all of you today and to get to hear directly from you. Now more than ever, it is so important that we gather together, that we come together to support each other, share resources, and lift and build each other up in all the ways that we can. And that's exactly what we're doing here. And I'm especially excited to be here today because just a couple of weeks ago, I was assigned to the Small Business Committee in Congress. So conversations like the one that we're having today are my top priority, and I'm looking forward to using my position on that committee to amplify your voices in all the ways that I can. Small businesses are crucial to our economy and our communities, and you are all proof of that. I'm committed to ensuring that you have the resources and support you need for your businesses to strengthen, grow, and thrive. Too often, Black business owners don't get the same access to information, to capital grants, and to loans and credit. All crucial elements, of course, of building, sustaining, and growing a small business. We need to change that, and I want to hear from all of you. I want to hear about your successes, your challenges, the obstacles that you're facing, the concerns you have, how we can help support your entrepreneurship and business ownership. What I should take back to Congress and to that Small Business Committee. My staff is here today and they are ready to connect with you. Our door is always open. Thank you all for all that you do. You are the champions of our economy and our communities, and we want to support you and help you thrive. Thank you so very much for having me today. Thank you.
We not playing. Did I tell y'all we not playing? Girl, they coming from Washington, D.C. for y'all. Come on through, Jesus. Okay? What you talking about now? It is so important that everybody in here follows your schedule. Get to the senator or the legislator that you've been assigned to see. Get in that office at your designated time so you can make sure to speak up about your concerns so you can get the resources that you need for your businesses. Now, this has been a juggling match, right? Because our Democrats are not here at the Capitol in the House, but the Hey, Esme! There go my sister, Esme Murphy. What's up, girl? That's my sister right there. Okay, I'm sorry. I got all like squirrel. Okay. And so Brian McDaniel with Momentum Advocacy is here. Y'all give Brian a round of applause. Brian has been helping me plan this event every year since the very beginning when it was just an idea inside my head. And so when the House Democrats started the stalemate, I knew I had to have Republicans speak to you all today because a lot of your legislators are not here. And so Representative Jim Nash was one of the first ones to say yes. And like Kelly Morrison in Washington, Representative Nash makes sure to take care of small business owners in the state of Minnesota. He is a Republican. He will be seeing people outside of his district. So if his name doesn't look familiar on your card, it is okay. That just means your legislator is not here today. And so we want to welcome Representative Nash for hanging out with us at Black Entrepreneurs Day. Well, thank you for coming.
Well, thank you for that, Shaletta. I don't need the box. Appreciate it. Dr. Verna, how are you? Good morning, everybody. How are you? I'm Jim Nash. Thank you for having me. Couple of questions for you. For those of you that started a business, who thought that all the paperwork was super easy and well-defined? Raise your hand. That's right. It's too hard. We have to make government easier to satisfy so that you can go and invest your money and live your dream and get government the heck out of the way. That is critical. I am a recovering entrepreneur. I sold my business. I'm still in treatment. But here's what I know. It is too hard. There are too many pieces of paper. We make life difficult for you. And I wish the Lieutenant Governor was still here because she and I worked together on something in the State Government Finance Committee years ago. So for those of you that are estheticians and want to do hair and eyelashes and different things like that, she and I worked together to make sure that the Cosmetology Board recognize that you don't need as much training as they say you do because you're not going to kill somebody with an eyelash. Folks, we're making it too hard. It is so hard to do business. How many of you have ever tried to open up a coffee shop or a brewery or a bakery or things like that? Raise your hand. Okay, Met Council is a nightmare. They say that because you use water, you have to pay more whack and SAC and all these other fees. We need to streamline government to be responsive to your needs. We need to make it so that you don't have to drive across this campus to fill out one piece of paperwork over there and then go to another building and fill out another piece of paperwork over there that contradicts the first piece of paperwork that you filled out. This is craziness. So my desire is to streamline. As the nerdy IT white guy, I want to make sure that what we do is we make government work for you. We're gonna try very hard to set up government so that you know all the pieces of paperwork you have to do in a centralized repository and make it simple and straightforward. So here's another passion of mine. You heard a number of speakers talk about this. How many of you are having a hard time finding workers that live in your community because they can't afford a home? We are 106,000 housing units undersupplied in the state of Minnesota. 106,000 housing units. We don't have places for people to live, and if they can't live near you, they can't work for you, and that is very easy and fixable. What we need to do is make it so that people can have that long-term generational wealth and build their family around a community, stabilize that community, add themselves to that community, and have the community give back to them by investing in them as well. This is not hard, folks. We need to get government out of the way. So I have been talking to Shaletta. It seems like every day for the last couple of weeks she has me on the radio or she has me on TV. I am an advocate for you. I am here to help. We need to make it so that you don't have to figure out and read a book that's this thick to figure out how to do business in the state of Minnesota. You deserve that. You demand that of your government, and you should demand that of the people that you meet with today. Thank you so much. Happy birthday.
Okay, now, let me tell y'all something. This day was supposed to be sponsored by Amazon. How many of y'all seen the news story? Okay, for those of you who have not, let me give you the Regents Digest version of this story. Last year, I invited Amazon to Black Entrepreneurs Day at the Capitol. They came and saw what a successful event it was. And they said, we want to sponsor this year. Your girl was doing praise dances and speaking in tongues. I was like, I ain't got to come out my pocket for nothing. Thank you, Jesus. Well, guess what? I was in there, praise dancing when Sean came in and said, you can't take Amazon's money. They just rolled back their DEI. I wanted to slap him, but I'm already on probation. But I knew that he was right. I couldn't take their money. So I had to call Jeff Bezos' assistant back and say, thanks, but no thanks. I choked it down, y'all, and I said, you can keep your $10,000, your volunteers, and the executive that you had coming. And then I had to get strong in the Lord and square my shoulders and say, because I'm not finna let you play in my people's face. You're not gonna roll back your DEI and then stand in front of 300 to 400 to 500 black people and tell them how much you care and what you have available. Not today, not on my watch. You can have your money back. Marsha, where's our check? Okay, so y'all know every year we give away a $5,000 grant. Just hold up the check, Marsha. We give away a $5,000 grant to one lucky business owner. Amazon's money was supposed to take care of that $5,000. Before I could blink, the Lord made a way. Adrian Dirks with Project Success. Come on up here, girl. Miss Shirley is in the hospital. She left her 92-year-old mama in the hospital to come up here with us and give me a $5,000 check to make sure somebody wins that money. So thank you, Adrian, with Project Success. Where's AARP Minnesota? Where's my friends from AARP Minnesota? Come on, come on. Just excuse me, black people. Just excuse me, black people. She get a ticket to the cookout too, because they came through with a piece of pocket change. Now listen, y'all get tickets to the cookout, but you got to bring your own raisins. We don't put raisins in our potato salad, okay? It's a BYOR, bring your own raisins. Y'all give them a round of applause. Thank y'all. Thank you, girl. And, you know, I tell you, I have met some amazing people at this event. Nancy Lyons with Clockwork was a sponsor last year. She is sponsoring the event again this year, and she brought the house down last year with her speech. So if you don't hear nothing else today, y'all better listen to my girl, Nancy Lyons. Give her a round of applause.
I love this woman. Like, she is a shero in our community, is she not? Happy birthday. I couldn't be happier to celebrate your birthday in this way. So Shaletta told you I am a co-owner and a CEO of a company called Clockwork. And I'm only telling you that because I have been a woman in tech for 25 years. And being a woman in tech, with my own company, I have always felt like I was a rebel, and success was an act of rebellion. So let's talk about rebellion. Not the kind that smashes windows, the kind that builds empires, the kind that doesn't ask for permission because it's too busy making things happen, the kind that pushes back against systems designed to limit, suppress, and control by thriving anyway. Black entrepreneurship is that rebellion. Because the best way to challenge any system that wasn't built for you is to win in spite of it. To create, to build, to lead, to succeed on your own terms. And let me be clear, success is not assimilation. It is not bending to fit into someone else's mold. It is breaking that mold and building something better. I'm an entrepreneur. I know what it takes to create something from nothing. And I know that entrepreneurship, especially Black entrepreneurship, isn't just about business. It's about power and ownership and legacy. It's about rewriting the story that too many people try to tell for you. Now, I'm not a Black entrepreneur. FYI, I won't pretend that I understand the experience at all, but I do know this. When Black entrepreneurs win, when your businesses grow, when your ideas take flight, it's not just good for you, it's good for all of us. In the immortal words of the great late Paul Wellstone, we all do better when we all do better, and that's why I'm standing here. Not to talk at you, not because I have much to offer except for that sponsorship, but to say we see you, we believe in what you're building, and we are here to push for the resources and the policies and the power shifts that make success the rule, not the exception. Minnesota's future is being built by the entrepreneurs that are in this room right now. The leaders who refuse to wait for a seat at the table because they're too busy building their own damn tables. The ones who are proving that rebellion isn't about breaking things down, it's about breaking through. So please keep building, keep thriving, keep making it impossible to ignore the rebels and the entrepreneurs, because when you win, we all win. Thank you so much. much.
I told y'all, I told y'all. Y'all feel like y'all can run on and see what the end gonna bring now, don't you? We could do the benediction right now, but wait, there's more. So, I just, I try to invite y'all to my stuff because there's a blessing in the room when I'm there because I love the Lord and I tithe and I pray real hard and I try not to fornicate too much, or lie, or steal a lot, but, and he blessed me every now and again. And so in the room is Michael Roberts. Michael Roberts shows up to my stuff. And he is always blessed, whether he meets somebody, whether he's connected to somebody, whether somebody gives him a new opportunity or a new job. He is always in the room whenever I have stuff, and he never leaves without a blessing. So that's why I always tell people, show up, because there's a blessing in the room wherever I am. And I don't make no apologies about favor. Now, if you have not already, there's a raffle. One lucky business owner is gonna win $5,000. Last year, Michael Roberts put his name in that raffle. Last year, Shea Butter's son, Michael Roberts, won that $5,000. And every year for Black Entrepreneurs Day, we pick 2 business owners to highlight during our event. And so, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome real estate extraordinaire and the winner of last year's Black Entrepreneurs Day grant, Michael Roberts.
Grace and gratitude. Good morning, legislators and fellow entrepreneurs. It is an honor to be here today as we celebrate the 3rd Black Entrepreneurs Day at the Capitol. First, I would like to thank Shaletta for her tireless advocating for us and for making this day a reality. Shaletta, your unwavering commitment to empowering Black entrepreneurs inspires us all. And once again, she's walking her walk. Again, this year, Shaletta is generously giving a $5,000 grant to one entrepreneur in this room who showed up today. This grant isn't just symbolic, it's transformative. I know because last year I was the recipient of that $5,000 gift. And that money wasn't just financial support, it was validation. It reminded me that I was on the right path, doing the right work, and I need to keep pushing forward. See, I may not have come from a wealthy family, but I promise you all, a wealthy family will come from me. My entrepreneurial journey started like many of yours. After graduating from Augustana University, I jumped into corporate America and every boss I had didn't look like me, so I knew I had to bet on myself. I started over juggling jobs like Uber and Lyft and construction work while building my real estate business. I purchased my first homestead in 2018, secured my first tenant, and used that lease agreement to purchase and qualify for my second property. I then refinanced that property and purchased a multiplex, and now I'm building a portfolio of townhomes, condos, and single-family homes around the Twin Cities. You guys are probably asking, how did I get here? By following the example of my first and greatest role model, my mother, Sharonda Roberts. See, she was given up at age 4 for adoption. She then had me at 14 and my sister 2 years later. Together, we navigated life from the streets of Chicago to the shelters of Minnesota, going through housing programs to landing our first Section 8 voucher. To years later, through pure determination, my mother obtained her degree in human services. She dedicated her life to helping women navigate the system she traveled to escape the revolving door of poverty. She too is an entrepreneur. In 2015, she started her own business, Butter Rolls, and if you haven't had one, you should try it. And it's not an egg roll. I don't even want to say a word. She already looking at me. She want to come slap me. But my mother showed me struggles are not just obstacles. They're opportunities to grow and to guide others through your lived experience. And as Black entrepreneurs, we carry not just our own goals and dreams, but the hopes of our communities. We also know it's a powerful thing to see your future in somebody else's representation. To our legislators, I urge you to include us in your decision making. We need policies that expand access to funding and opportunities for growth. Know that when you invest in Black-owned businesses, you not just empower individuals, you fuel the wealth, the generational wealth, and strengthen the fabric of our entire state. I would like to take this moment to thank you all for celebrating with us today and for recognizing the power and potential in Black entrepreneurship. Together, we can build a brighter future for our families, for our communities, and for our Minnesota. Thank you.
We gotta make sure he win again. Y'all give Michael a round of applause. Now the name of my company is Shaletta Makes Me Laugh, not Shaletta Makes Me Cry. Don't you come up here with another speech like that. Got my makeup running. I don't have MAC, I got Maybelline, that run, okay? And you know, the next business owner who is coming up is just an amazing man. He has his entire family. 3 of his 4 children are here. Y'all stand up. When Michael talks about building generational wealth, this is what it looks like. Dr. Quint Lester is the owner of The Hilltop Dental in Maplewood, Minnesota. We all know we got to get these teeth fixed. Some of us are getting older. It's a birthday. I'm going to have dentures soon. I need to get somewhere and get something so I won't be up here with my back teeth out next year. That's not hot. That's not hot. We got to get over here and support our own. Dr. Quentin Lester, that's your daddy. I know, girl. Yes. So let's welcome Dr. Quint Lester.
Good morning, family. As has been said, I am Dr. Quintarius Lester, the dentist and owner at Hilltop Dental. Oh, I'm sorry. Do I need to get a little bit closer? Oh, there it is. Good. Okay, let's start over from the top. Good morning, family. I am Dr. Quintarius Lester, dentist and owner at Hilltop Dental. We are right down the street where we are protecting and replacing all side teeth. So take care of them side teeth. I first want to say thank you, Shaletta, for your vision and for your faithfulness to this event and just all that you do for us to have a voice. So thank you. It is amazing to be here. I would say I never pictured this when I moved to Minnesota, that I would be in a room like this speaking to anybody. So to God be the glory that we are here, and it's amazing. One thing that came to mind when Shaletta asked me to join you all here today was, yes, I will speak. But immediately after that, it was, what am I going to speak about? What do I have to speak about? Because as a new business owner who has faced a lot of discouraging moments, how could I possibly stand up here to provide any level of encouragement? But then I was reminded that everything that we go through prepares us for everything that we will go through. Everything that we go through will prepare us for everything that we will go through, and further prepares us for whatever it is we're supposed to do in the world. And when I think about my journey, I think about the words roots and wings. Roots from a tree, provide that tree with everything that it needs to withstand any storm, rain, wind, whatever. As long as those roots are deep, that tree is able to stand. And when you have solid roots, whether those roots are in your community, whether those roots are physical, or whether those roots are spiritual, with solid roots, there isn't anything that can shake you. And when we think of wings, when our roots are steady, when our foundation is strong, the wings that arise from that allow us to push limits, to push barriers, and to do anything that it is that we're supposed to do. Roots and wings. When I think of my personal foundation and the why of my journey, the answer is very simple for me. It's been my faith. My faith has kept me grounded. God has been my light and my rock. By faith, I moved my southern family to the Midwest where we didn't know anything about snow or ice. We didn't know anybody here. None of it. With faith, I left the minimal responsibility and the steady bag of being a dental associate to jumping feet first all the way of being a dental practice owner. And in faith, I'm building something that I hope becomes a beacon of light to everybody in here. And to everybody that steps foot into the Hilltop Dental. Starting a business isn't easy. It isn't always glamorous. And for a lot of us, as has been said, we're the first business owners in our families. So we don't have the experience to lean on. And my gratitude as I'm here is to thank you for creating generational wealth, for creating that experience, for being that vessel that the next generation is able to see. Through us, they're able to see. Through us, they're able to strive. Through us, they're able to keep these legacies going that for so many years we've been denied. Black business owners, my plea to you this day is this. Support black businesses, invest in each other, join together with like-minded individuals so that together the world can see that we bring strength and brilliance into any room, any space that we enter. Again, I say representation matters. It's important for the next generation to see us black entrepreneurs, us black leaders, black professionals. Because when they do, they are able to rise. Black entrepreneurs, we find ourselves in a very peculiar and a very special place. Because when we succeed, it's not only us succeeding. We're able to bring along others with us. So again, I say thank you, Shaletta. I say thank you all for lending me your ear for a moment. Continue to strive, continue to just be awesome. Thank you and God bless.
That's his grandmama right there. That's his grandmama. He brought that woman all the way from Georgia. She like, what is snow? Do we eat it? What do? Can we make some snow cones? She out there with a syrup and some spoons. That's his wife, Saida, right there with the orange, red ponytail. Just brought his whole family. Hey, Estrella, how you doing, girl? Hey, Catherine. It's a family up in here. It's a family up in here. This is Black Entrepreneurs Day. What I tell y'all, bring your kids. Bring your wife, bring your friend, bring your cousin. This is our day. We taking over these people, little old stinking Capitol. We going in their office. We gonna kick back in the seats that our tax dollars pay for and demand that they do right by us. What Celia tell Mr. T, you do right by me. Till you do right by me, and that starts today. Now, I want you to check your schedule. Make sure you go by your schedule. There are people along the Capitol on every floor with these Shaletta shirts on to help guide you. On the back of your schedule is a map. We got real fancy. We like white folks this year. Okay, on the back is a map that can help get you to where you need to go if you get lost. We've got free lunch. We've we've got your legislators, we've got opportunities for you today. Now, I'm going to do something. I'm going to ask Marsha Carter, who works with me, to come up to the stage. Before we let y'all go, I've been praying that God bless each and every business owner. I've been praying that God bless each and every business in here. We're going to pray that you get everything that God has destined for you today, that you meet your next contract, you get your next forgivable loan, you get your next grant. So we're going to have family prayer. I'm going to ask for every child that's in here. If you're under 18 years old, I want them to come up on stage. Come on, baby. Come on. Because Michael talked about generational wealth. Dr. Lester talked about generational wealth. We always say it, but we need to see it. These are our children. They are seeing entrepreneurs. All right, come on, Miss Marsha. We're going to have prayer, and then y'all go and go forth. Do what you know you need to do. Go get what you got to get for your business by any means necessary.
Yes, amen. Father, we thank you. We praise you, Lord God, that there is a visionary for this day, for this movement, for this moment, but it takes each and every one of us to come together collectively for the intent and the purpose at hand. Father, we're celebrating Black History Month. Today we're celebrating Black Entrepreneurs Day, but God, it is every day. It's not just today, it's tomorrow, next month, and next year. So Father, we thank you that we're sowing seeds into the next generation, that we're moving about by example, even to one another. Let us share our words of encouragement to each other, that we will support one another, we will walk with each other, we will serve, and we will stand with each other. So we thank you for this day, for this is the day that you have made, and we will be intentional to rejoice and be glad in it. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.